Alright guys, this video is going to be a little more about finding the perfect reference. Let's go. Hey everyone, it's your boy Eric once again with another Eric Illustrations video for the Commotion media. Today's video is going to be another video about finding the perfect reference and how to use it correctly. Alright, before we do that, remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we drop a new video. Also, if you like any other music in the background, remember to check link in the description below for Be The Human, and also you can follow my socials, link in the description below as well. Alright everyone, so like I said, today's video is going to be a little more about finding the perfect reference. Last week we focused on finding good lighting, right? And today it's going to be finding a good pose. And it doesn't have to be a dynamic pose, it doesn't have to be a striking pose or anything like that. It can be just as simple as someone looking to the side or something like that, and that could be good enough to use, but having like poses that actually look good in paper or digital. But yeah, so basically we're gonna jump into that, so hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go. Hi, okay, so like I said, we're gonna focus on finding good reference in this year's videos. Since we've already focused on lighting, I decided to talk about poses and finding good reference when it comes to this, since lighting and shadowing definitely work together with posing a lot. Like when it comes to these two, actually they can make or break a piece, since if the pose is bad, the lighting could just be a big chunk of white or a big chunk of black, like shadow, nothing else. So basically what I mean is, like, you can have the best lighting in a picture. If the pose is bad, it will look either clunky or it will just not look as good. So you have to look for both elements, and sometimes you don't even have to like focus that hard on lighting, because you when it comes to like creating art, you come to a place where you can actually shadow things in a way that look natural, even if you're not looking at reference. But mostly because if you start creating different poses and different pieces, you can definitely start understanding how that works. So like at the beginning, like I've said, if you guys want to improve, you have to look at good reference and try to recreate that with your art, and then it will come to you when you can just see different poses and different stuff like that, and you don't even need the lighting reference because you already understand based on how much or how hard you've worked with it. So like I said, I'm going to talk a little about adding elements as well, but specifically I want to focus on the pose. So yeah, when creating a piece, you got to have a clear picture in your head first, which when I think about it, it's probably more focused on having a clear picture in your head when it comes to art. So you gotta have a clear picture of your head of what you want to create and find a pose that matches the feeling of the piece you want. So for this piece, I had in mind, like what I had in mind was a girl, like probably like smoking a cigarette with a weird mist coming out of the cigarette. Like there's something mysterious and probably magic about it, like some magic elements. So I was looking at different pictures, a tool that I use a lot that I think it could help you a lot, guys. If you go to sites like Pinterest, you can just look at tons of pictures and tons of pictures. Actually, most of my pictures I get from Pinterest. But yeah, so you just look for girl or guy or whatever, and you're gonna have a ton of reference. And the more you go, the deeper it will keep showing you stuff that is similar, that is different, and posing and stuff like that. That will help you a lot. So I was looking and I saw this 3/4 profile pose that showed like a mysterious look. Like this girl's eyes have this thing that they kind of look into you, like into your heart, in a way that you're like, this is interesting. And that's what I wanted to transmit, into my piece. It's like and what I mean by like having this in your head, it's not like you already know what the pose is gonna be, because that's not it most of the time. Sometimes you just have like a thing in your head, and when you start drawing it, it's not as good as it looks, or it's not as dynamic as you thought it would be. So basically you have to have like different things in your head, like different elements that you want to achieve. And if you don't have a clear a clear image of what you want, you start to look at different photos, and you have to try them out. Like try to see what you want with the picture, so you can try and match what you want with the photo that you're looking at. It's basically like trying a bunch of different outfits in your head, and then when you put them on, some of them will not look as good as you thought they would, but one of them will be like, oh yes, this is perfect. And that's exactly what you want. You want to try different stuff out just by looking at pictures, trying to think if this could fit what you have in mind, and if not, just move on to the next picture and that should be fine. But that's the good part about having a creative mind, because you start seeing what you want, and when you look at this piece, you already know what you think it will look like. So basically you're just trying to to incorporate or trying to recreate what you're looking in your head in the piece. And yeah, so to be honest with you, personally, I love the three-quarter profile face, and I think you've probably seen a lot of my videos because you can see enough of the face and the features on the side as well as more of the back of the head. Like you can see the cheekbones, in some cases you can see the ear, and also you have this effect with the nose that you can see the shape of the tip of the nose, and you can see this effect with the lips that I think it's really interesting and really attractive. And that's why I saw with this picture, I was like, I really like this photo, and I think I can work with it. Also, I got this thing for collarbones that kind of makes me always go for the ones where the light hits it hard and you can see a lot of shadowing. Like you can see in this one, there's a bit of white on the muscles on the neck, and then the collarbones are really marked. I think I marked them a little more than they were actually in the picture, but yeah. Also, just as I know, I added the cigarette and I added the kimono with a different design because I had a more pattern-ish design on my head, so that's what I went with. But yeah, so when it comes to poses, you have to have a somewhat idea of what you want, but it's not like in stone. You can always change that and adapt it to whatever you're looking at, but you have to make sure that the pose you find fits that image in your head. And that's what I want to get from this. And you can try different stuff out. It doesn't necessarily have to be this specific pose, and sometimes I start with one and end up with a different piece completely with the same idea, and that's what I want. So also, based on this, I think our next move when it comes to the videos should be adapting full body poses into a drawing. Like let's say finding dynamic poses and understanding how to use those poses when it comes to art, and not necessarily use the photo as actual reference like I did with this piece and on the past few videos where I used the face of the person, where you can just add your own style by using a pose that you're seeing somewhere. I think that's what we have to do now. So I think I want to start seeing your pieces as well, because I think this, even though it's kind of sporadic and kind of all over the place videos, I really want to inspire people to also draw art. I think art is one of the best things in the world, and it kind of gives you peace of mind. And if you have taken any of my advice when creating similar pieces, please let me know in the comments below. If you want a place where you can, like a spot where you can exchange your experiences in art and maybe have me react to it as well, I'd be really interested in doing that. And yeah, this was mostly over the top stuff, but I really want to see if you guys want to work with me and try to adapt the art and follow my advice. So yeah, I think this should be it. Alright everyone, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun drawing that piece. Also, I think it was a pretty cool, pretty lady, and also the lighting was good. Even though it wasn't the main focus of the piece, it was more of the pose. I think I did good with the post, trying to explain how is it like you have to find good pieces that actually enhance your art, and when you try and draw it in your style, it doesn't lose as much of it. Alright guys, so please let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to see more of those videos, we can keep going with the whole posting and reference and how to use it correctly. Let me know in the comments below. If you like any of the content that we're putting out, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and also definitely share with your friends, because that's helping the channel a lot. And not just like it, you have to comment so we know what you guys think of it, and also we can know if you guys want to see something else, want to see some more of that. I actually want to do some more comic book art. So definitely go in and check for that on my Instagram as well. So like, share, and subscribe. And well, thanks for tuning in and enjoy the holidays. Stay blessed.
Grinding my whole life. Stop that. Grinding my whole life.